Hey, Monica here with our friend Annette for our Anyone Can Do 10. And today we're kicking off the rest of this series on every Monday. It's going to be Anyone Can Change One. Anyone can change one thing each week. So last week what you worked on changing was just incorporating fitness into your life in baby steps. So now for the rest of our series, we're going to make one little change a week. We're calling it our tips, tricks, and tools. Yes. Yay. And we're going to start with something very basic. This week, guys, I want you to work on changing your fat. Not decreasing your fat, but changing it and actually increasing it a little bit. I know that scares so many people because all they've heard are, for the last 30 years is low fat, low fat, low fat. Well, I'm telling you, when we went low fat and we started the whole snack wells revolution, we just saw our waist get a lot bigger. So we want to stop that. So what I want you to do is go through your pantry and think about what fats you use. So if you're on this side of the world and using fats like vegetable oils like canola oil and Crisco and vegetable oil, you're actually hurting yourself. These are omega-6 fats. They actually increase inflammation. And right now we have a problem in the American diet that we have too many omega-6s to the ratio of omega-3s. We need more omega-3. So I'm asking you, if you're on this end of the table, let's work on shoving them away from the table. I don't want you to cook with them. And I know people go, but Monica, they told us that vegetable oils and canola oil was good for us. Well, my response to that is, back in the day, it was better for you than some of the trans fats, the margarines, the Criscos, some of the processed fats that we were cooking with. So let's just say they're better than, but I would never say that they're good for you. Okay, so we're getting rid of those. So what are we going to cook with instead? We're going to start with things like coconut oil. Organic coconut oil is a great fat to cook with, in addition to your fats like organic butter, because organic butter, when the cows have been grass-fed, they are super high in omega-3s. We want that omega-3 ratio. People panic every time when I tell them to start eating and cooking with animal fat. Like, butter's bad. I'm like, oh no, butter's better. So there are liquid alternatives to coconut oil. These are coconut plus MCT oil, and this is actually olive oil with coconut added to it. So for people who don't like the really strong coconutty flavors, this is a great alternative. Obviously, there's not butter on the table. We got to go out back and milk the cows. We'll come back for that one. Other fats, olive oil. So quick tidbit about this. When I say change your fats and cook with different fats, I want you to be careful, because just because we should eat them doesn't mean we should always cook with them. So the fats you should cook with would be things like coconut oil, palm oil, and all of your organic grass-fed animal fats, tallow, lard, butter, things like that. Olive oil should only be used for very, very low heat cooking or food finishing. So
I usually use it with stir-fried veggies.
If the heat's too high, then it's bad.
But low.
So a lot of these vegetable oils turn rancid, or actually they change chemical structures at high heats. So we're actually increasing our risk for diseases, cancers, hardening of the arteries. So we really want to use something like an olive oil or extra virgin olive oil as a finisher. Flavor enhancer at the very end, not as a high heat cooker. If you want to stir fry your foods at high heat, you're going to go for coconut oils and palm oils or butters, things like that. Okay? Grapeseed oil can be used at some of the higher heats as well. So then other ways of getting fat in would be like flaxseed. So can you get ground flaxseed in your diet? So those would be simple ways of like putting them into your smoothies, sprinkling them over salads, putting them into your meals where you can hide them and then your kids and family never know. Those are great ways in our house. I actually put it in my coffee every morning. Just like I do with coconut oil. I put coconut oil, actually the liquid. I prefer the liquid because this, when my coffee gets cold, turns back to lard again. Whereas this one stays creamy and smooth the whole time. So I'm putting liquid coconut oil or MCT oil in my coffee every morning as well as ground flaxseed.
I've done the coconut oil. I haven't done the flax in my coffee.
I'm not going to lie. It's going to add a little texture to it.
Yeah.
So for people who
picking it up
want some smooth coffee, this may not be the route for you. But for those who need a little help with their digestive system, it's a great way to add it.
I put it in our smoothie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Smoothie's great. I don't drink smoothies very often, so coffee's awesome. Some people put it on yogurt, salads. It can go in meatloaves. It can go in marinara sauces, things like that. So you can disguise this in a lot of ways. And then the other great ways to get in fats. Olives, awesome source of fat. Oh my gosh. Why not just have olives and avocados for breakfast? Why do we have to have cereals and stuff like that? Go for your fats. See how you can get in fat. So olives are awesome. Green or black, doesn't matter. Avocado is awesome sort of fat. Really great energy. Great for so many things. Really appetite suppressant. I love my avocados. People they panic over the fact they have so many calories. Well, guys, we're not going to worry about calories so much right now. Your goal is get in fat. Obviously, you can get in your nuts, your almonds, your cashews, and even some of your seeds and stuff.
How about our pecans from
Pecans.
our farm?
Oh my gosh, I've had your pecans. Those are killer.
Yeah.
Yes, pecans. Most any seed and nut. So your goal for the week is you're just going to change one thing.
Keep talking.
Question time. We're going to get rid of our bad vegetable and seed oil fats. Get rid of our Criscos, our margarines, things like that. We're going to work on cooking and using instead our some of our omega-3s, our olive oil, coconut oil, flax oil, and organic butters.
But this is not organic.
This is not organic.
So
this is just,
what about your non-organic butters?
So non-organic butters have been fed grain-fed diets. So that means it's going to be higher in omega-6s like those versus your grass-fed organic butters.
Okay.
So Annette's trick for this week is to go buy organic grass-fed butter.
What, and this is salted or unsalted?
That's personal preference.
Okay.
So honestly, if you're going
to
get salted, that means it's going to have regular table salt and sodium chloride.
Okay.
So there are people who are responders with hypertension, high blood pressure to salt. So for us, we get the unsalted, and we use our own salt, which is going to be a tip, which salt that you use down the road. So watch for that one. Okay. So you got your trick. So what are you going to cook with, Annette?
I am going to
at high heat. So I'm going to cook with.
I'm going to cook with coconut oil. And then I'll enhance with my olive oil. And then I need to get me my organic butter. And I'll get the unsalted. And I'll probably do a certain amount of cooking with that too.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Butter's better.
And then I'm going to think of more ways to add the flax because I've been doing that. And I have been adding the liquid coconut oil. Now, wait, there's a word that you need to always be sure, the type, I forget. Hang on, let me ask you. Let me make sure. Let me show you this.
Is it virgin coconut oil, unrefined?
Yeah, make sure because I may not be doing the right thing. Because this isn't organic. I need to find a store that has some organic stuff. And that's my problem. But there was a word on here. Oh, the non-hydrogenated.
Right, non-hydrogenated. So that's what they do to things like your margarines. That's hydrogenated. They've taken a seed oil and they have basically chemically processed.
So I want to. Is it always? Are all coconut oils non-hydrogenated?
Not necessarily.
But that's what I want to be sure.
So you're looking for organic, unrefined. There's a few sources you can always count on for liquid coconut and MCT oils.
Yeah.
The Calvin Skinny Fat's a great one. The Bulletproof Coffee one is a great one. You can go to all of their websites. And there's a handful on the market. I think Now Brands has a great one because I have people who are allergic to coconut oil. And they're like, Monica, what do I do? I'm in a bind. But I want to get more MCT, the medium chain triglycerides, in my diet. And so I tell them, try palm oil. Because then there's no coconutty flavor and you get the same benefits.
So do you find all these? See, where we live, I do have a hard time finding all the organic stuff, and I don't just get to drive into the big cities every enough. Do you order anything?
So I order things like this from the website or from me. Okay. You can order some of the organic olive oils online. This is on my website. Absolutely, Way Out Wellness website. Or you can go to Thrive Market. If you've never been to Thrive Market, it's an online, basically all things organic, health food, paleo. It's kind of like an online Sam's Club, but just for health food.
Cool.
And so obviously they have all your dry goods.
Thrive
Market, and I love it. You will pay a membership fee. It's nominal. And I think with your initial order, you get so many dollars off your first order. So we'll make sure we include a link to Thrive Market and for you for the next time.
On your website too.
And on my website
I didn't realize you had everything.
So a lot of things, it's just out, you know what, necessity. Out of necessity, you go find them.
Yeah.
And it's, so that's what we've had to carry on over the years just to help everybody. We're all in a pinch when we live a ways from the city.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that is your tips, tricks, and tools for the week. Let us know how you do, and we'll check back in with you next week.
Okay.
Thanks.
See you later.
Have a good week.